sketching graphs of stories. So now we're at a point where we're comfortable with what graphs look like and reading the story that a graph tells, but we're going to try to approach that from the other side. If we're given a story, can we sketch a graph of what that story would look like? So here we've been given a story as an example. Benjamin draws a bath for himself after a stressful day at work. He fills the tub with warm water and then gets in. After a little while longer, the water is getting cold, so he drains a bit of the water, fills the tub up again with hot water, and when he's finished, he gets out and drains the tub. So we have to ask ourselves, what could we graph about this story? Well, I think the natural ones are the height of the water in the tub, since we're told quite a bit about how the water level rises and falls. And then the other one is time, that as time goes on, that water level is changing. So the two variables will be the water level and time. And which one depends on which? Well, from our previous work with dependent and independent variables, we should be able to see that water level depends on time. So let's set up some axes, give ourselves lots of room to sketch this scenario. And our dependent variable always goes on the y-axis. So here we'll have water level. And on the x-axis, we're going to have our independent variable, which is time. So to start with, at the beginning of things, there's no water in the tub. So it's going to start at 0 for water level. And you notice there's no time on the x-axis. There's no level of water defined by a scale, and that's because we just aren't given those things. So we have to sketch the general shape, but we're not going to put the exact values of these variables on there. So the water level rises until the bathtub is filled, and then it probably stays the same for a little bit. Once Benjamin gets into the tub, the water level is going to rise as he fills part of the tub and the water fills around him. So then it's going to increase a little bit when he gets into the tub. So now that remains until the water gets cold, and we're told he drains a little bit and then refills it. So it's going to drain a little bit of the water until he refills it, and I'm just going to assume that it goes back up to where it was before. And then finally, he drains the tub when he gets out. So let's say that he gets out and goes back to, the water level goes back to where it was before he got in the first place, and then he drains it and the bathtub empties. And so that's a sketch of what the water level might be doing as over the course of the bath.